Hi, my name is Wafakra Kumar. So today I want to talk about crisis COVID-19 that happened in our country. The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic is on key founding sources needed to provide support to developing economic. Then the COVID-19 crisis hit the developing economy at a critical time prior to the crisis. Financial had reduced to the need to spending to achieve the SDGs by 2030, and financial space was limited by rising level of the public debt and serve cons. The other is that the COVID-19 crisis is at the risk of causing a major setback in the financing for sustainable development. Mobilization of the domestic resources will suffer as economic activity decreases. Lastly, about COVID-19 in our country, that is the crisis that is happening in our country, where everyone is trying to control from all aspects from A to Z, because due to this pandemic, many people lose their job, don't have a job, and various problems faced by society and the country from A to Z also. So this is the crisis that occurs when COVID-19 is strikes. That's all about crisis on COVID-19 in the nation. Thank you.
This is Selvam. So I am going to talk about solutions for impact of COVID-19. There is some solutions to overcome from this impact, but as a student we have to cooperate for that. Our government has been trying their level best by directing some new rules and regulations during this pandemic. This is actually very hard to accept, but it helps us to stay away from COVID-19. Follow the SOP is the main thing that we have to follow at anywhere, no matter it's small store or big mall. SOP is actually stands for Standard Operating Procedures. It's a step-by-step instruction compiled an organization to help workers carry out routine operations. Using sanitizer, checking temperature, always wash hand, visit doctor before getting worse if suffering sick, for example like headache or sore throat, because it's a symptoms of COVID-19. Nowadays, it's more easier to follow the instruction. We just can scan the QR code in My Sejahtera app. This is a government app where we can easily get all the information about the COVID-19, such as daily cases, quantity of daily cases, risk of case at the place. It will show high or risk surrounding area so that we can be away from that. Besides, using sanitizer is the most common thing that everybody know. It will keep us clean and help us to kill the bacteria. As a student, we also have to be responsible for helping our country to back to normal life. Most of the students are very excited to get back to university, so that we have to be a part to cooperate, means university might be reopened soon as possible. So Kartika will talk about the support for impact of COVID-19. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kartika Nagarajan. I would like to talk about support. Different forms of support are the key, including cash transfer, childhood allowance, and healthy school meals, shelter, and food-related initiative, support by employment, retention and recovery, and financial release for business, including micro and small and medium-sized enterprise. In designing and implementing such a measure, it is essential the governments work closely with the employers and workers. Accessing social care and social support service is the key to support the well-being of people living with a living disability, PLWD. PLWD means Public Life with Disability and Unpaid Careers. COVID-19 has caused sudden closure or radical modification of this service and is resulting in prolonged self-isolation. The aim of this study was to explore the effect of COVID-19 related social care and support service changes and closure on the life of PLWD and unpaid carers. In this unprecedented time to date, limited research has explored the effect of pandemic-related, particularly COVID-19 related social care and social support service closure on the life of PLWD and unpaid carers. Our study provides crucial insights, specifically of the social care sector and determine the service into the service reduction of psychological impacts of COVID-19 upon the floral population. Social care and social support service include, for example, daycare centers, respite care, peer support groups, and befriending service, public or privately from home or mail deliveries. Thank you.
Hi friends, I'm Ratya Mori here. Today I'm going to talk about how we reduce the impact of COVID-19. Before I start, my friends already talk about the effect, solution, support, workforce, objective, intro, all of things. So now we see how we reduce. Okay, in this pandemic, we avoid traveling to one country to another country. It's make the separate the virus fastly. And the second one, people avoiding doing the description of celebration of culture festival events. If you want to do celebrate the festival like wedding, you can do must follow the SOP rules. And we go out, we must wear the masks and we use the hand sanitizer for our safety. And when we meet our friends or other people, we must follow the 1 cm distance to communicate with them. And after that, you come back to home, you must need to take the bath first for your own safety. And avoid go outing if any emergency can. And must follow the government rules. If we follow the simple basic things in our daily life, we must reduce this COVID-19 in as fast as we can. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Saranya Adi. I'm going to explain about effect of COVID-19 on healthcare, economy and social. Firstly is about healthcare. On this pandemic time, there is a patient with other disease and health problem are getting neglected. Even since the COVID-19 disease has started spreading, the healthcare staff giving more importance to the COVID-19 patient compared to patient with any other disease. Where this leads to patients with other disease as not get much importance and also the treatment that they deserve to get. Secondly is about social. There is so many effects on social, such as like many businesses are closed because of this COVID-19. In this case, there is a lot of company going loss and their profit drops. This also leads to many workers as been stopped from working and some of them were ordered to work from home, where it has been to trouble for some staffs to work from home with so many distractions while working from home. Effect of economy, Daniel will explain. That is from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Daniel. So today I want to present about economic that effect in 2020. By now, it is clear that the pandemic will have intensely damaging effect on both the Malaysian macroeconomy as well on the economic welfare of the rakyat. The main sources of economic damage in Malaysia are twofold. The first is the knock-on effect from the impacts of the coronavirus outbreak. The second is generated domestically due to the newly imposed movement control measures. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Swashni here. Today I'm going to explain about impact of COVID-19 on workforce. The first impact on workforce is making the personnel visible behind this COVID-19. Their employers are provided by working from home. The personal list has been made by clear Zoom meeting. Furthermore, the second impact is workwear increasable casual. They are available how to dress up while working from home due to this COVID-19. But the workwear has become increasable casual since the start of the lockdown. Other than that, become jobless is the next impact of COVID-19. In this pandemic of COVID-19, there got a lot of people become jobless. The last impact of COVID-19 on workforce that I am going to explain today is impact of earning, which is not individually can see drop of earning to company behind this pandemic. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mohammed Shamilzam bin Mohammed Rosadi. I'm the group leader. Today I am going to explain what is the impact of COVID-19. Starting in early December 2019, this disease spread rapidly among the residents of Wuhan City, Hubei Province, China. It was an unusual situation with pneumonia case of unknown cause being reported. The Chinese government reported the virus to the WHO on December 31st, 2019. Independent investigation were conducted immediately as the number of cases increased each day. A management incident support team (MIST) was set up by the WHO on January 1st, 2020 at all three levels of the organizing footing is on emergency footing to deal the outbreak quickly, early finding the shower that a number of patients have been exposed to the disease at a human seafood market in Wuhan City. Therefore, environment samples from these animals sold in Wuhan market were analyzed to identify the possible source of the bacterium of virus causing this pneumonia disease. The market was closed starting on January 1st, 2020 once the outbreak was announced. On January 7, 2020, the Chinese authorities identified a novel coronavirus as the cause of the several pneumonia disease, and the identification of COVID was confirmed by the WHO on January 12, 2020. The COVID found in the animals in the market had caused an acquired respiratory infection in humans. The novel coronavirus that originated in Wuhan has now been added to the list of virus threatening humans. This virus has caused several outbreaks of pneumonia disease around the world. Named COVID-19, compared to the early reported cases of COVID-19, namely those occurring in the patient early who visited the Hunan market. The latter case had no similar history. This increase signification the situation that become more complicated as some of the new cases were detected in patients with no travel history of Wuhan from this observatory. It was suggested that human-to-human transmission could have occurred. A cold environment is another factor that can make this deadly virus survive longer and spread accurately and faster. Therefore, countries with a higher population of elderly people and those with cold climates and report higher number of deaths and lower number of recovery. As at April 11, 2020, Malaysia had reported a total of 4,346 cases and a total of 1,830 recovery. One major point that can be discussed here is that Malaysia is a tropical country with temperature of up to 40 Celsius. The climate may help to limit the spread of the deadly virus, which cannot survive long at such temperature.
Hello everyone, as you guys know, the world crisis of 2020, the impact of COVID-19 is rising from another world, from China, and spread the world. So stop the spread by social distancing, and the infection disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus. Crisis and management, you have put employees' well-being and keep expenses in check, have backup for budgets, deficits, and prepare for unexpected. The objective is implementation of objective-driven and sustainable testing strategies for COVID-19, supports for the overall public health response due to pandemic, and helps to mitigate its impact on vulnerable populations and healthcare systems. And the world is facing a lot of problems. The workforce is making the personal visible, become jobless, and workwear increasing by casual. The solution is making the personal visible becomes jobless, workwear increasingly by casual impact of earning. The effect is your healthcare, social, and the economy. The healthcare staff give more importance to the COVID-19, which is our frontliner. We have to give them a moral support because they have to take care of our country to stay safe, and we have to support them. Is explore the effect of COVID-19 is related to every single person and family. And then there's impact a lot of workers, which is they are become jobless. They have, as you guys know, which is pilot is become jobless because you have to retrench, they have to let down their staff because they are become slowly down. All the business, all the works are impaired because of this COVID-19. So please guys, stay safe and practice social distancing and take care of your health. Thank you from Amir Shah.
Hi guys, so for today's topic, I want to discuss about the impact of COVID-19. COVID-19 has impacted many things around the world, such as financial, businesses, education, tourism, and many more. So I want to talk about the mental health during the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the mental health of people around the world. It is affecting people's social connection and trust around people's social surroundings. The impact of COVID-19 on education. So the pandemic has affected educational system worldwide, leading to the near total closure of schools, university, and also colleges. Most governments around the world decided to temporarily close their educational institute in an attempt to reduce the spread of COVID-19. So the coronavirus has a huge impact on the tourism industry. The tourism industry has been massively affected by the spread of coronavirus, as many countries have introduced travel restrictions in an attempt to contain its spread.
Jangan keluar, jangan keluar. Duduk kat rumah, please duduk kat rumah. Aku tahu yang kau rasa, seperti tidak ada apa. Ada mata tolong buka, ada otak sila guna. jangan keluar rumah. Hanya sebentar, bukannya lama menakar. Tak boleh, memang tak boleh. Dekat dalam news dorang dah cakap tak boleh.